Lushootseed. Hot slachel to those tuning in. Lushootseed, thank you for your patience. Especially for this whole week. These are some sentences that we are going to practice the grammar. I did these completely out of order.
Should we mix it up and say dose Gobin?
Okay. So taking a look at these, you'll notice that some of these sentences look similar. We're going to translate these. Alti do Lushootseed. When you write these down, one of the things that I want to encourage you to do, if you look at a sentence, and I don't care how big the sentence is or how small the sentence is, the first thing I want you to do is to start writing the words that you do know. So let's start with these ones right in the middle. The first one, the first sentence, there is my cat. There's my cat. And the second sentence, I have a cat. There is my cat. I have a cat. There is my cat. I have a cat. Okay. What words do we know? Peesh, peesh. Teed. Do you remember ah? Ah, when something exists. Ah, it exists. Ah, like ah uquad. Okay. Does it exist your when we play Go Fish? Ah, there is. It exists. Ah. Teed peesh peesh. So there's our sentence. Ah, teed peesh peesh. There is my cat, obviously. This is getting attached to this. So there is my cat. Ah, teed peesh peesh. Ah, teed peesh peesh. It exists, my cat. Ah, teed peesh peesh. Now we're saying I have a cat. I have a cat. I have a cat.
Chud? No. Chud? No.
No, because I'm not acting. I'm not doing anything.
Oh, okay.
This is a trick question. If you say I have a cat, you're literally saying my cat exists. I have a cat. Oh. You're saying the same thing. These are two different ways in English to say the same thing. Because if I have a cat, we know that it exists, my cat. So those are the same thing.
That's good.
When we've translated things into English, I think that's one of the reasons why I really like to encourage you guys to put it in the way that you would say it. So translate this in the way that you would say it. These chairs are all bunchy.
Yeah, they are.
Teed peesh peesh. There is my cat. It exists, my cat. There it is. I have a cat. Teed peesh peesh. And I like that you brought up Go Fish. There's a reason why we play Go Fish. We play that so we can build our ability to ask people, do you have something? Atid Sali, yes, I have a two. Gwa abits chafu, can you please hand it to me? Dagui, yes, here you go. There's a reason why something as simple as playing a game of cards helps us build our ability to speak, to ask questions, and to give answers. So I like that you brought that up because that's one of the ways that we give a response if we have the card that's being asked for. Atid Sali. Yes, I have a two. It exists, my two card. So they're really saying the same exact things. Okay. Is there your dog? Is there your dog? What are we recognizing out of this? So if we have this right here, and we think about this, what type of a question is it? Huh? Did you say something, Joy? Did you?
I did.
What did you say?
Yes, no.
It's a yes/no question. So for a yes or no question, what do we use? We know that chad means where, stab means what, guat means who, chal means how. How do we ask a yes or no question? You guys are going to go, that's what it is. Ooh. When we're asking, is there your dog, what are we asking? Does it exist? Does what exist? Todd.
Oh,
Todd. Okay, do you have a dog? Todd Squabite. You could Todd or, let me put this in here because we've said it before. Same exact thing in Lushootseed, two different ways to say it in English based on the context. Does that help?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, you see where we're going with this. 4 are my dogs. I have 4 dogs. Ukwad Squabite, do you have a dog? 4 are my dogs. I have 4 dogs. What do we start out with? Bos. Teeds Quabite. There you go. You caught yourself.
I did.
Hooray! And I hope you also notice when I've said things literal, there's a reason for it. So if we wanted to say, I have 4 dogs, I don't know if you guys have noticed that I do this. I'll say 4 are my dogs. The Yoda talk. That's what these first ones are. This helps you see the Lushootseed. Because this part, I have 4 dogs. When you saw I, that's where you were thinking chud. So when I do the Yoda talk, do you have any dogs? I have 4 dogs. 4 are my dogs. I do that Yoda talk because I want you to think of Bos Tids Kobai. Okay, do you have a car? Do you have a car?
I'm a little behind.
Okay, we'll wait a second.
I really need to get some reading glasses. Because I can't even read my own damn writing. I thought I wrote down one of them, and then I wrote down the following one. Oh my gosh. So I had to go back and read it. Okay.
A? All right, Joya. Do you have a car? Do you have a car?
Quilt bead.
Hey, Dayahash. Quad, ilt bead. Quad, ilt bead. Ilt bead. Quad, ilt bead. Do you have a car? I have 2 cars. I have 2 cars. I have 2 cars. Do you have something over here?
No,
Or are you using that
I'm
as a
using
guidance?
that.
Okay. Perfect.
Cheater.
Perfect. No, that's how you do it.
Solitude quilt bead.
Solitude ilt bead, or you could say ilt bead. Just because I want you to ilt bead. Ilt bead.
Quilt bead.
Ilt bead.
Quilt.
Okay, for the next one, what are we going to use for kids? Bada. Hey. Does your friend have kids? Does your friend have kids? So here's how I'm going to say it to you before you translate it into Lushootseed. Thinking of the 2 different ways that we've translated these. Do they exist, the kids of your friend? So the Yoda talk, do they exist, the kids of your friend?
Let's see.
Kui bud badat. Do they exist, the kids of your friend? Of your friend. The ati. In the past, when I've written that, I've done this. Ati of. Do they exist, the kids of your friend? What goes with Siayet? Because whose friend is it? Odd Siayet.
Mine? Yours?
Yours. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So breaking it down, because it's a yes or no question, do they exist, the kids of your friend? Does your friend have kids? Does your friend have kids? So there's a method to the madness when we ask them in different ways. They have the same Lushootseed translation, but in English, sometimes it helps if we do that Yoda talk and switch things around to match closer with the Lushootseed. My friend has 2 kids. When you guys are ready. Two are the kids of my friend. I think what throws the wrench is my friend. What are we focusing on? My friend has 2 kids. What is the focus?
Wait. Friend. Yeah. CIA? No?
Nope.
But
What? My friend has 2 kids. What does your friend have? What does your friend have?
Kids.
Kids. How many? 2. Who?
CIA.
My friend. Yep.
CIA. No?
So I would say like this. Our focus is we're talking about kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, "Oh, how many? Oh, whose are they?" So my friend has 2 kids. We start out with the how many. Sali T Bud Badat. Teed Siayet. Or Seed Siayet. T or Tsi. However you would like it.
I'm just spouting out.
Hope you enjoy it. Friend, kid.
Hoy. No.
Doing some training.
Good times, good times. You guys should be here.
Yeah. Where are you, Bob and Ron?
Martin.
Yeah. Martin.
How many do we have? Both.
Hey,
Cool.
Well, we miss you guys.
if you're watching,
Yep.
we love you.
Yep.
Odessa.
Mahala. Nikita.
Just kidding. Oh, shoot. Okay, back to work.
Okay. You guys got it? A. How would you say, does Joe have a dog? Does Joe, do you want a whiteboard? You want to practice it on a whiteboard? A. Joya. Joya. Ootsoot,
Well, I
see
have
Joya.
one here.
Wait. Oh, you got both of them? Okay.
Yeah. A.
Igwitsi. A. Does Joe have a dog? Does Joe have a dog? What's another way that you could say it? Does Joe have a dog?
The dog of Joe.
We have the dog of Joe. What about the dog of Joe?
I forgot what the question was.
Does Joe have a dog?
Oh my God.
Does Joe have a dog? Does Joe have a dog? What are we asking about the dog?
Yes or no?
Does it exist?
Oh, yeah.
Eh. Does it exist? The dog of Joe. Because Melissa picked up the dog of Joe. We're talking about the dog of Joe. But what are we asking about it? Does it exist?
Mm-hmm.
Does Joe have a dog? So how would we say that? You guys started with ah. Hey. So when we're asking, does Joe have a dog? What we're really asking is, does it exist? The dog of the Joe. The Joe. Au quis quobai at ti Joe.
Oh, okay. I missed the last part.
Which one?
The a T Joe.
Another way that we wrote that down as the reminder is, what are we talking about? We're talking about Joe's dog. Does Joe have a dog? We're talking about Joe's dog. When we have that apostrophe S, we're going to see that T.
Hopefully that stays in my head. It took a while for it to stay in my head.
Yeah.
Squabai T Joe. That's where we start from talking about the dog of the Joe. Tis squabai T Joe. Au quis squabai T Joe. Does Joe have a dog? Okay. Yes, he has a dog. So we want to say, yes, he has a dog. A. What's another way to say he has a dog?
Oh.
We have
never mind, sorry.
squabites. We have squabites. He has a dog. What about T squabites? What about
Oh,
his
yeah,
dog?
That's what I'm missing, yeah.
Yep. What is it?
Taste cool bites.
That's still
Oh, wait.
his dog. But what about his dog? Think go fish. Does he have a dog? Yes, it exists. His dog.
Oh, T, it's cool.
Eh. tis kobites. Yes, it exists, his dog. So remember, those ones up there, there's a method to the madness when we're asking the questions in both ways and also thinking of playing Go Fish. Tis kobites. Quis kobite at ti Joe? Does Joe have a dog? Tis kobites. What is the S at the end stand for? His. Yep. His possessive. Yep. Okay. Practicing colors. How would we ask about Joe's dog? Is it brown? Is it brown? Okay, ready? Go through our colors. Chechats, red. Chechats, hodalus, orange. Huequats, yellow. Choshayalus, green. Kaikayalus, blue. Akaalus, purple. Chutsil, pink. Padufalus, brown. Huequak, white. Chebach, black. So we want to know, is it brown? Is it brown? What type of question is this?
Does it exist? No.
Is it brown? What type of a question? How can you answer, is it brown? Or, wait, so it's a yes or no question. So we're going to use,
I don't remember.
yes or no question. Yes or no question. Just like, do you have? Yes or no. The ooh.
Oh.
The ooh.
Just be ootied.
You would just say, padufalus ooh?
Oh, okay.
Padufalus ooh? You guys are thinking too hard.
We are.
So we're focusing on padufalus, brown, and we're asking, is it brown? Is it brown is a yes or no question. So we're going to be using ooh. Padufalus ooh? How about saying, let's try this next one. No, his dog is yellow. I'm thinking of like chocolate lab and yellow lab.
Wait.
We got Hui.
Wait.
So we're starting with Hui. No. The way we would say this directly in Lushootseed is we're going to say yellow is his dog. Yellow is his dog.
Huequats. Tis kobites.
Hey. Huequats tis kobites. Huequats tis kobites. No, yellow is his dog. His dog is yellow. What would help make those connections for I really like saying Yoda talk. And that's why I liked this activity of introducing things with saying, is there your dog? Do you have a dog? 4 are my dogs. I have 4 dogs.
Oh, because you were putting those all in Yoda talk ways.
Yes.
Okay.
The
yeah.
Yoda talk is to help remind us.
I like the Yoda talk.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the Yoda talk too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just taking my brain a little bit longer to.
Make those connections.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's sunny. It's been a week already.
Yeah. It is. Had like all emotions yesterday.
Let's try. Let's try. How many cats does Joe have? How many cats does Joe have? So this switches our question.
How? How many cats does Joe have?
Mm-hmm. How many cats does Joe have? So what is our question? What type of question are we asking? How many? How many? Wade. Wade. Wade is our how many? Wade is how many? Like when we said Wade a lad chuff. Wade a lad chuff. How many years are you? Wade ilts. How much money is it? So just how many is Wade. Wade. There's a fun video to watch where you can listen to Hank and Toby. I think those are the 2 main speakers. I think it's called Let's Count. It's on our website. It's one of the first Lushootseed videos that they did. Oh, Tootie Too Hawk. And Toby repeats this over and over, and it's to help you practice counting 1 to 10. And you hear Toby say, Wade, how many? Wade. And then she counts through all the items. I like that one because it has Hank talking too. I love hearing Hank. So, Wade, how many are the cats of Joe? How many are the cats of Joe?
Peesh, peesh.
Wade, qui peesh peesh. Of the Joe. At T Joe. How many are the cats of Joe? How many cats does Joe have? Oh, I don't think this one will take us back to Go Fish. The answer to this one. Good. Okay. He does not have any cats. He does not have any cats. He does not have any cats. Close, close, so close. So I want you to think Go Fish. He does not have any cats. We start with wait because we know it's a negative. There's not. Wait, there are not his cats. Hue qui gua. Do you remember the hue qui gua? A u quad sali. Do you have a two? Hue qui guad sali. Hue qui guad sali. There's not my number 2. Au quad olob, do you have a 10? Hue qui guad olob, there is not my 10. So how would we say there is not his cats? Not guad.
Or
Hue qui, I can't put the S. Hue qui gua
peace.
pish. You could pish. Hue qui gua pish. There is not his cat. He doesn't have a cat. He doesn't have any cats. So you could pish or pish. And looking from this way, it just looks really inappropriate. So I think the review of today reminds us that we need to look at the English and pick those pieces that we know, and we also need to think of Yoda. How would Yoda say it? How would Yoda say, do you have a dog? Does it exist, your dog? How would Yoda say, I have 4 dogs. 4 are my dogs. How would Yoda say, I have a cat? There is my cat. So think of Yoda when you're doing some of these translations, and hopefully it'll help you click closer with the Lushootseed, so there's little things that don't throw you off. And I think of like the I versus my. Because if we see a I, we're thinking, oh, chud. Oh, it needs to be chud. But I have 4 dogs. Having something becomes the possessive. My dog. All right. Uhoya chush. We are all done. Igwi